Hi guys, well we've been waiting for this schedule to come out, and here it is. This is Dandelion Song. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome, and pull up a chair, feel right at home. I will ramble a little bit. I do stammer sometimes. I am human, but I'm going to try to tell you what I see here. I have already found some interesting things. I just woke up this morning and listened to Dabu and started gematrying things, and I had to come over here and start my video because I already saw so many amazing things. So what I want to bring to you, I found connections in the names and the dates of the places he is going to be. Some of the dates have the name, some of the names, sorry, see, there we go. It's already it's too early. Some of the names have the dates in them, and there are also other connections. There's going to be geographic connections too, because the geomancy of this area has been laid very I don't know, meticulously. They've been working on this for a long time. That's really nice that the maps do that. So I'm going to get right to it. Actually, what I'm going to do, because I know I make my videos too long, I'm going to try and cut these into smaller spaces. So we'll just try to do one at a time. However, these connect to each other. For example, real quick, Our Lady Queen of Angels has the date of that in it. This is a school of children, so it has a 9/24, but he's actually going to be there on the 9/25, but this shows both days. So I wanted to show that for you as a teaser. This is Central Park. It matches Mary Magdalene, Star of David, All-Seeing Eye, Sigil of Hecate. Hecate is the dark moon goddess, equivalent of Diana, Artemis, and as I have shown you, that she is drawn in Washington, D.C., over the area that we are keeping an eye on. But Central Park has a 9/11 right up front and central for you there. And then we also have a 777 here, which I think is, it's just kind of like the way, or the divergent 7 sign of Isis on steroids when you have 3 of them. It's a triplet. They like that kind of thing. So anyway, if you're interested in this, stay tuned. I did a video yesterday that I'd like you to check out if you are new to my channel. I was also watching Dabu's channel and caught the UNICEF video about the little alien boy, and there are tie-ins of that symbolism, especially the blue apple, having to do with the Pope's visit. And the Pope has been working with UNICEF on their projects, and basically culminating in this video advertisement that shows a little alien boy. So that video is up. I'd like you to go see it. That's a long one. I'm going to try to break this one into pieces. Welcome. Good morning. I'm going to try to get this up today. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, first stop is going to be the Apostolic Nunciature. So Dabu says this is not an official stop, and it's going to happen on 9/22. So we don't have a time. I don't think there's a time for this, but let's take a look at the place and the name. So just looking really quick at the gematria before we go to the place, there is a 9/27 in here. This is the birthday of the Jesuit order, so that's probably why they named it this. This is also could be seen as a 9/9 and a 9/11. Here we have a 12/12, and here we have a 28 gateway, and I have explained the number 28 a few times. I know different people explain it differently. The way the core message of the 28 for me is the rotation of the outer surface of the sun as visible from the earth is 28 days. And most of these ancient religions and these secret religions are based on solar science. So this would be, I believe they see this as a development of time, a creation cycle, it's part of their magic. And so this number would be what is coming through the gate, because here it's a gateway number. Not surprisingly, this matches George Bergoglio. In the video that I did yesterday, we found that the Bergoglio matches blue apple. And it also matches some other chilling things in the new gematria that I have learned to work with. I'll call it JCN gematria. And so you might want to check out that video. 44 is the number of the president right now. It's also the direction from the Georgia Guidestones to the Washington Monument, which is the area of the ellipse where they're going to take a round right there. That ellipse, it has very special symbolism, which I was actually studying yesterday, and I wanted to make a video. Yeah, it's just going too fast. I can't make videos fast enough. I want to tell you about that area, the ellipse that they're going to walk around. Let me see if I can give you a visual. All right, as we come in here, I just want to show you this skull. I have a whole video just on the skull. In the center of the skull is this river called the Anacostio. That's what it was called to begin with. I still have my Solomon's Temple overlay here. Let me. Okay, just to show you this ellipse. This is the ellipse, and it is 0.19 miles, I believe, this way, and I think it's 0.16 that way. Let me look. Yes, that is right. However, so what I found out yesterday, I don't think I can actually repeat it. I saw it on Scott's Secret in Plain Sight. I'll try to leave a link. I don't even know if I have that link anymore because I had to refresh my browser. But there is a sacred unit which is unfamiliar to most people, but this ellipse has been drawn very, very precisely based on this sacred unit, which is unfamiliar to most people, and it's basically sacred geomancy. And so if he's planning to make a circuit here, that's very interesting in light of what I have just found. Just real quick, I want to show you, this is the center of the cross. So you can see my videos, Solomon's Temple, to see the whole cross. The cross, this is the bottom of the cross, and the cross points toward the dying sun, which would be the west. I have also videos about Isis sitting here. Here she is sitting, having, there's sex magic going on here with the phallus of what would probably be Osiris. This is a conception event. We have a 266 days, of course, as you probably realize, is a gestation number. So this is a very valid point. This would be Osiris or Horus Senior laying this way, and he is a 2.02 miles tall. There's a 22 gateway, and I've talked a lot about the number 22. Okay, so back to the apostolic nunciature gematria. Most of these are what you would call esoteric associations, and so you do need to take them with a grain of salt. This Moravian king line pops out at me because it also has this number, which I know they love that number. And I know that these elites consider themselves to be in the Moravian king line. And that also has to do with Princess Diana, whose funeral was on the 9/6. And we have a 9/15 is another version of the 9/6. That's coming up really quick. Before we go to the nunciature, I just want to scroll back out, show you the skull again. I do have a skull overlay here that I could show you, but I'm trying to get better at making shorter videos. So I just want to show you that all of this is happening right in what I would say, like, I believe this is a serpent symbolism, and this is a pearl. We see serpents eating pearls a lot, especially in Astana, and also in plenty of other, they basically don't want to waste the pearl on the ham, which is you. You are the swine, and they don't consider you worth any pearls. But we do see a lot of symbolism of serpents with pearls, and the wisdom of the pearl, and the serpent being wise, and that kind of thing. So that's what we see here right in the center of this skull. And the nunciate, I just want to show you, is a little bit outside the pearl towards this frontal part of the head. And all of this is extremely symbolic. All these numbers are symbolically placed. All right, so while this loads, we'll just pop back to the Wikipedia, but really quick, let's look over here. We have a 32nd Avenue. They love their mirrors, so this is probably, this probably matters. A quick look at the coordinates shows you that we have an 11, a 5, a 5, and if you have seen my videos, you know that I consider the 5 to be the Snape alarm quake number. Those are all coded with 5s. It's the bump, bump, bum moment, and I talked about that just recently with the video about the alien child. They have a 5 moment in their timestamp on that video. But we have the way here. We always have the way. And I'm learning about this. You know, I'm not an insider. I'm figuring this out with you guys as we go along, and I appreciate all your comments, and thanks for coming along and listening. But here we have, this is a gateway on this side, and this is a gateway on this side. This 5/6, this is a special 6/5 ratio having to do with the relationship between phi and pi, because 5/6 times phi squared is approximation of pi, and they seem to worship pi, and I have a lot of videos about pi, the meaning of pi, and it's much more meaningful than you would think. We are raised to think that math is tiresome, and they just keep the best math from us. So in case you thought that I was kind of crazy with the 28 gateway of the gematria of this name, it's reflected here again in the zip code. they have 3 zeros. Now, when you see 2 zeros, I think that's a Venus tie-in, a Venus teacher having maybe to do with Isis. This 3 zeros, I think, is a just, you know, an kind of like a gateway on steroids. It has to do, though, I believe, with the Trinity of Suns. Most people think, have different ideas about the Trinity. Most of your ideas have come from your Vatican or public school brainwashing, and public school is, of course, all approved by the Jesuits. Separation of church and state is an illusion. So they think of themselves as very evolved, and you can tell this because they adopt these 9 numbers, and 9 is the number of completion. It's the everything and the nothing, the converging and the diverging, and I've talked a little bit about the vector mathematics of 9. And so that here they have not only their 33rd degree in the Trinity of Suns, but it also makes a 9-9. And if I gematria this, it would match. It would fit right in. There's no slop. There's no slop in the code. It's only how willing are you to look, and you just kind of have to relax and let the code speak to you, and you will know what to do with it. So quickly about this place, the Apostolic Nunciature of the Holy See to the United States is the diplomatic mission of the Holy See. I've talked about the Holy See. I'm not sure if I'm right, but I think that I am onto something, what they mean by the Holy See. The current Apostolic Nuncio, and nun means a fish. This comes from the Dogon, and you probably are aware of that. Of the Pope hats are identical to the ancient Dogon fish gods, and Nun means fish, and it's pre-Christian. It's not Christian. Everything Christian isn't Christian. It's all comes from before that. But this is a fish god here, Nuncio, probably wears a fish hat. So he was named to the position by Pope Benedict on October 19th, which if you turn this into a 10, you can see that this is another 9/11 right here. All right, well, I'm going to close out the discussion on the nunciatures, the fish gods. And then we're going to go to the next site, but I just want to tell you that I'm going to break these videos down, but we're going to get to Madison Square. I want to show you this date. He's going there on this date, I believe. Yes, and this is a date gateway, of course. Also, this is a count up. The 1, 2, 3 is a favorite number for the Illuminati. This just the 1, 2, 3 by itself equals conspiracy, Antoinette, and I think it's a variation on fireworks. They love this number. Counting up and counting down numbers are favorites for them. So we're going to take a quick look at that because he's going to Madison Square to speak in front of an expected crowd of 20,000 people. So we're going to look at that just to let you know what we're going to look at. And also I'm going to show you a mirror here. It goes, let's see. Yes, here's the mirror, one of the mirrors that I found. So now I have my notes at a distance from me. I can't remember what day he comes here, but I believe it is the 9/26, and the date is right there. Now this 9/26, of course, plays into all of my theories about the Isis and Osiris sex magic geomancy of Washington, D.C., where you see Isis sitting on that heading. If you take that heading from the east to the west, which is the direction of the cross, that is a 296 degree heading. Now, the special thing about 296, besides possibly what's coming up for us, is that 9/26 is the 269th day, and this is also the anagram of the FBI, because 2 is the B, 9 is the I, and the F is the 6. So it all ties in here. Plus, we have a countdown. So I'm going to go into more detail on this countdown because I have to do a little more research before we get there. But I just want to let you know where we're going. All right, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, welcome. The information might seem a little fast at first. I will try to keep throwing in references to older videos, and I will try to keep summarizing. And it's gonna snowball, and you'll catch on, and pretty soon you'll be able to see things on your own. That's why I'm teaching you this, so that you can see things as they pop up. All right, talk to you soon.